plot thickens. What's going on with your YouTube? Jumpman Chris here, calling back at y'all with another vid, guys. Okay, so got some more to recover and talk about the whole Cool Kick situation. All right, now the LAPD, LA Police Department, they made a statement that released to the public, it seems like, and what happened was, let's read this off. And I know you guys were making fun of me last time on my reading, so just so you guys know, I don't read very well because I can't really see without my glasses, okay? So, alright, Los Angeles on Thursday, October 2nd, 2025, detectives from Los Angeles Police Department, this is way too damn much, it's big words here. Adil Sheem has been arrested receiving known stolen properties over. So it basically just said about to the warehouse on a block 1700 block of Stewart Street in Santa Monica. During the operation, detective recovered estimation over $500,000 worth of stolen train cargo, including unreleased Nike shoes, clothing. Suspect Adil Sheem, 34 years old, of Los Angeles, was arrested at the scene. Sheem's the owner of Cool Kicks, one of the popular online stores specialized in reselling in limited edition sneakers apparel. The detective discovered over 2,100 pairs of stolen Nike shoes and 150 various Nike clothing inside the business. The scene, as you guys can see, intimate collaborations, large scales of cargo theft. Okay, so with that being said, this seems like it is the situation with the whole train heist, it sounds like. Now, I am not saying that, you know, the whole Cool Kicks operation did steal all that. I'm not saying that at all, man, okay? This is all that's been reported that we're seeing right now. So allegedly, all right? So they said it was recovered over $500,000 worth of stolen goods, man. That's an insane amount. That's over 2,000 pairs. Because if you guys see it, all the cargo that they have right here, it looks like a whole bunch of cave stones, a couple of Air Maxes, it looks like. It just looks like a lot of stuff. And that also including clothing and all that crazy stuff too as well. So, man, this is the news release that came out from LA. Now, what we think about this, all right? Now, I don't believe the Cool Kicks people was part of the whole heist and stuff like that, you know? And I'm not sure if he knew or did not know. Some people can assume or whatever, you know, allegedly. But we'll have to wait and see how they're gonna run this up in court. I did hear he was released from jail and stuff like that. Good thing he probably shouldn't be on social media right now. I'll just say that. I think he should go ahead and just wait till the court date, wait till this all clears up, and then, you know, then he can go online and say whatever it says right now, because it being an ongoing investigation, you probably shouldn't say much, you know? Honestly, I would even tell the employees right now, don't say anything, you know? Like, this is kind of don't want to say anything, actually, you know? Just tell everybody, shut the hell up, you know? Matter of fact, I wouldn't even post anything on IG, honestly. I mean, I guess you gotta post a business and stuff, but who knows? If this thing goes really crazy, hopefully Cool Kicks is still able to survive, man, because if he is gonna get charged for all this, man, this can get really, really, really bad. You can talk about getting everything like seized and stuff like that too, and that's not saying it will or not, but I'm just theorizing what potentially could happen. This could get really, really ugly and really, really bad if he is convicted. So hopefully he would get some good lawyers, you know, you're gonna have to give some type of receipts or something, you know. You have to rat somebody out. You have to just clear your name up or something. I don't know, because if he is saying, I'm pretty sure they're all gonna say, you know, this allegedly, like they're probably gonna say like, hey, I didn't know it was stolen. Or, you know, because if he didn't know it was stolen, that's also a big felony. It's not a good thing. You go to jail for a long time, probably close down the business too. Probably have to get the lawyers up, and again, you have to get all the paperwork going on, and again, you have to prove everything. But it being the way how things are, I feel like how this type of business is probably like, you know, someone probably had 100 pairs of cave stones. I'm sure they came up to them, you know, Cool Kicks, I'm just assuming, allegedly, all right? I'm pretty sure a seller had like 100 pairs of K-Stones, probably came up to him with a really good price. Hey, take all these pairs, I'll sell it to you for like, you know, less than retail or something like that, you know, like $100 per pair, you know. So that's 100 pairs, 10,000, you know, stuff like that. You know, that's how I would assume, just so it can make sense, because we see how the sneaker market is, especially for something like the Cave Stones. Cave Stones are not going for much. We're like 180, 200. They do retail at 225. So even if buying it at retail doesn't even make sense to put it in the store, because the store is predicated on reselling, selling above market, you know, having whatever the market is, right? So I'm pretty sure from the buyer, he probably had to get a pretty decent deal, or maybe he bought them early. If he bought them early, then obviously it's a higher price point. But if he bought them at this point now, then yes, he's gonna have to be, you know, they probably have to give him a deal, whatever the case is. And again, you're gonna have to prove, probably have to be proven in court, like, hey, I bought this from so and so, did not know it was stolen, had no idea. You know, this is probably sounds like this is coming from all that crazy train heist and all that stuff that we've been hearing about with Nike. I mean, we hear that Nike get their stuff, you know, stolen all the time from the warehouses, distributors, all kind of crazy stuff. It's just a big crazy mess. But taking that much of amount, like taking like a whole pilot of like, you know, a certain amount of shoes, I'm sure, I mean, it looks kind of fishy. It's gonna have to be a lot of explaining to do. Again, just kind of to show some type of paperwork or paper trail of proving that you bought this somewhere from someone. But it being a cash flow business, it's gonna be kind of hard. I mean, I guess maybe show the withdrawal or something. Gotta show something, you know, some way to prove your innocence. That's the way how I would think of it, you know. Again, allegedly, nothing is proven in court, nothing is concrete, nothing is said and done. You know, I'm pretty sure. Again, I believe that he probably didn't know they were stolen, you know, and that's goes with a lot of things. So nowadays, I think Nike is going to start cracking down with all this early stuff I'm seeing for the past few years. You know, I'm sure Nike have seen that there's a lot of like early pairs moving around, and they probably don't like it. So I'm pretty sure Nike's seen all the early pairs floating around for the past couple years on a lot of shoes. It seems like almost every release you can probably get early pairs all the time. Like I need to get early pairs to, you know, to make content and stuff like that. I just get it from a certain sellers. I shout out. I don't know who they get it from and who they get it from, like a middleman, you know. But I have no knowledge what mine's going on. I usually only get one pair for myself anyways. But I'm just saying, like, you know, nowadays I think Nike sees with all the early pairs floating around, especially even online, they've seen sellers stacking up like, oh, I have 100 pairs of, you know, 5 Red 5s right now. Hit me up, size 10 to 9, hit me up. You know, I'm sure they're seeing that. And I'm sure Nike's not liking their cargoes getting hit too. You know, that's losing lots of money too as well. I'm pretty sure they're very upset about that. So again, I'm pretty sure Nike is going to be cracking down on all this craziness going on. I'm pretty sure in the next, probably for now on, man, I think early pairs or early stuff is going to be the end pretty soon, because it's almost not going to be worth it, because stores that have like crazy amount of early pairs might get cracked down, to be honest, or just having a whole bunch of pairs or something. I mean, again, this is all just allegedly. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't even know how even the LAPD, the detectives, how they kind of went towards them. I'm sure they found some certain ways between bank statements and people talk. I wonder who talked, honestly. Maybe someone said something. I don't know, allegedly. But they found out somehow, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be certain, you know, maybe some other people will be getting that too. So just be aware of people that have like warehouses of early pairs and stuff like that. Just be very, very careful. LA is a big hub, guys. LA is a massive hub, just because it all comes from overseas. They ship in the cargo all the way to, you know, in LA or, you know, on the West Coast. They have their own port, and then they're transferred all throughout the United States. So again, that's just, LA is kind of like the mecca of all the stuff and all the goods, right? It's Mecca, it's LA, New York, and I know some places, even Chicago, you know, a lot of places get early pairs. But I'm pretty sure, man, the days of early pairs about to be cracked down very, very soon with stuff like this, because again, over 500,000 pairs of stolen goods, man, and sneakers and apparel, clothing, all that, man, that's a lot that you're gonna have to explain. You know, that's a lot of money we're gonna have to explain right there. You know, look, with Cool Kicks, the way how they run their business, I'm sure they're the top, you know, they're the #1 sneaker store out there, right? #1. So 100,000 is probably just a regular, you know, weekend for them or something, just to spend for the type of products and inventory that they need. You know, they need a lot of products and stuff, and I'm sure they sell a whole bunch throughout their stores and whatnot and stuff like that. Again, this is all allegedly. I'm just guessing and assuming. So I'm sure, you know, spending $100,000 on $500,000 on products is not, you know, is not like anything crazy for them, because they make, I'm sure they make a lot of money in sales each month. So I'm sure they can just keep up with it. But still, $500,000 is a lot of money for them to uncover if it being stolen, because this is very criminal. So hopefully they get through it, man, and then you know, lawyers and everything gets cleared up. I'm very curious to see what's going to end up happening during the, you know, what happens after the court date. Hopefully everything goes well, man. Like I said, I've never have any ill wish towards anybody for any reason, especially if I don't even know them. You know, it doesn't hurt me if they do good or bad, but you know, I don't wish any downfall for anybody, and I hope everything turns out right, because it, you know, this is kind of crazy. But again, if this is all true, whew, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, man. So anyways, guys, just want to make this quick video, man. This hopefully is the last time we'll talk about this. I think the next time we'll probably end up talking about this is gonna be after the court date and stuff like that. But hey, anyway, guys, just want to say, guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if it's your first time here, comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on my social media at Chris on IG, sometimes on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. I'm also on TikTok. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm Chris. Peace.